football has been evolving ever since you started watching football. There have been rules that are put in place, and there are others that they have scrapped out. Now, here are some of the rules that they put at some point, and also they scrap them out because of one or two reasons. Now, let's start with the golden goal. You all know that if a game goes to extra times, there is this rule whereby the first team to score wins the game. So basically, the first goal in extra time ended the match instantly. It created high stakes drama, but was scrapped off in 2004 for being intense and unfair. No, like even for those of you who play FIFA, if you try and play golden goal, you try as much as possible to be the first to score. So you leave your opponent under a lot of pressure, and at some point it's not fair. You don't give him a chance to revenge or avenge whatever the goal you've scored him. That is the first rule. Then we have the back pass rule. Before 1992, goalkeepers could pick up a back pass from teammates with their hands. Now, for those of you who started watching football recently, we all know that rule, that when the keeper gets a back pass from his fellow player, he's not supposed to just collect the ball. He's supposed to first control it in one way with any part of his body, but not the hands. Then he can collect the ball. So the rule changed to force more skill and urgency in the game. Now, if you're wondering where modern goalkeepers came from, the ball playing goalkeepers came from, it started from way back when the back pass rule was changed in 1992. Then we have the silver goal. Now, the silver goal was brought in to replace the golden goal. Now, for the silver goal, this is how it works. Let's say in extra time and then first half, a team scores. Let's say it's just first half. When you score like that, that's it, the game is done. But still, it didn't last long because in 2004, it was scrapped off because it was still unfair and it was also intense for the other teams. Then we have the 3+2 substitutes rule. Before 1995, teams could make 3 regular substitutions and 2 extras for goalkeepers or serious injuries. In 1995, the rule changed to allow only 3 substitutes for any player, and this is what you grew up watching. That's the football you grew up watching. Like from then, you could only see 3 subs the whole game. Now, during COVID-19 in 2020, the 5 substitutes rule was introduced to manage player fitness, allowing 5 subs with a limit of 3 stoppages. The rule has since been made permanent in many leagues. Now, you've seen that many leagues now do 5 subs. They no longer do the 3, just to manage the fitness, and then also via COVID how it was really not easy. So you could only do those subs, or you do those subs in intervals of 3. You could stop the game 3 times to make those subs. So you have to time, or you as a manager, you have to know how to make those subs. Then another rule is the away goals rule. For those of you who watch European football, you know that when a team visits another and they score a goal, that goal is 2. Like there's a shadow goal there. But this rule was introduced by UEFA. But then in 2021, UEFA decided that this should be removed. Now 1 goal is 1 goal. There's no any shadow goal on that goal that you've scored. Because there have been some dramatic goals because of the away goal rule. You remember that Costas Manolas goal against Barcelona. Away goal rule was scrapped off in 2021 by UEFA because of the intensity and also probably unfairness of what it could bring to football. Then the golden boots tiebreaker. You all know that, like, if 2 players are tied or they score the same amount of goals in a single season, for the golden boot, if they're going for it 1-1, it went to the one with fewer penalties. So they consider like the non-penalty goals those days. If you score the same goals, let's say Salah scored 20 and Aubameyang scored 20, they would look at the player who scored less penalties. That was the rule. But lately, if the players score the same amount of goals in a season, they don't consider that rule as well. Now, they just share the golden boot. That's what they do now. So then the offside rule finally. Before 1925, a player was offside if there was fewer than 3 defenders between them and the goal when the ball was played. This made scoring difficult, leading to more defensive games in 1925. Now the rule was changed to require only 2 defenders, usually the last outfield player and the goalkeeper, between the attacker and the goal. This encouraged more attacking football and higher scoring games. So initially, for a player to be considered offside, there had to be fewer than 3 defenders between them and the goal when the ball was played. So it made it very hard to score goals. That's how they had to probably release it a little bit. Now you could see lately some of the offsides may not be offsides, but they're given now with VR, and also the offside technology that I've put on board covers it up. So basically, it just makes it easier to score than how it was. So those are some of the football rules that were brought in place and later on scrapped. Others are still there. You still see them. And yeah, they've made probably football better and others worse. You all know what I'm talking about, probably the VR and this and that and that. For many of the football content you'd want, make sure you stick to the channel, subscribe, leave us a comment, and see you on the next one.